What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Sean's Take. Along with the Leaving Sports, we've had a Leaving shows lately, but moving forward, we will be getting out more content, and whether it is about sports beginning to reopen after 70 plus days of having no American sports, to hypotheticals, to off seasons, we're going to start to get out more content and get back into the swing of things as things open up and just as new storylines come out. So today we're going to talk about the NBA, but not about its potential reopening, but about the future of the league. I'm sure many of you have watched the Michael Jordan documentary, and if you did, in it, you saw in one of the episodes, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird hand the torch to Michael Jordan as he took over the league. Since then, Michael Jordan has given the torch to Kobe Bryant, who then gave it to LeBron James, who holds it now. LeBron is the king of the NBA, but at 35 years old, his career eventually will come to an end, and a new era will take place in the NBA. So today I want to talk about the two guys who can take over for LeBron and how they can potentially go down as one of the all-time greats with the likes of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. These two players are Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis obviously won MVP last year and has gotten better and better every year being in the league. At 25 years old, he still has plenty of years ahead of him, and after winning MVP last year, his stats are even better, and his team is even better this year. His numbers are off the charts, and for Giannis, getting better and better every year has been amazing, and he's still improving even to this day. His jump shot is a lot better than it was when he first came into the league, and with the size and athleticism Giannis has, if he can get a lethal jump shot and outside perimeter game, he could easily go down as the most talented player in NBA history. The natural athletic gifts and size, his inside game, if he adds a shooting game, three-point game to that, he will be unstoppable, which he essentially already is. Luka Doncic came into the league last year after playing professionally in Europe, so he had an NBA-ready game, and he came in, didn't miss a beat. Took away the Rookie of the Year, no questions asked, helped get the Mavericks back on the map, and this year, before the season was cut prematurely, he had the Mavericks in the playoffs. Luka's offensive game is so smooth, comes so easily, that he'll be a scoring force in his entire career in the NBA. Now, he's by far one of the best young players. He can almost average a triple-double this year. He's already in the MVP conversation in his second year in the league. He will no doubt win some MVPs throughout his career. And with a young, solid Mavericks roster, that team is only going to get better as time moves forward. So if the season were to continue this year for Giannis, he'd have a run at the championship. And while Doncic is in the playoffs, it seems like the Lakers and Clippers are the two teams most likely to come out of the West, but he would have given a run for his money in the playoffs with whatever first-round matchup he got. So next year, if the Mavericks can take that next step, they'll be in that contention, and the Bucks aren't going anywhere with Giannis leading the helm. So what's it going to take for these two already superstars at 25 Giannis and 21 Luka Doncic to get to the levels of, say, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James? Their stats, assuming they continue on the trends they're going, will get them both into the Hall of Fame. But just being in the Hall of Fame wouldn't be enough with amazing stats to put them amongst the all-time greats in that same conversation as MJ, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, and many others. So what needs to happen for these two to be recognized and potentially be called the best player or one of the best players of all time? It comes down to championships. Michael Jordan won 6, Kobe won 5, Magic won 5, LeBron has 3 and could win 1 this year if the season continues. We'll also have next year a good run with the Lakers to potentially get that 4th ring, and if things go really well, potentially a 5th ring. Now, even if LeBron ended, he's kind of an exception. If he ended his career with 3 rings as he has now, he's still in that conversation for the GOAT. But it's unfair to compare anyone else to the success LeBron has had. Now, LeBron didn't win a championship until later, kind of in the middle, second half of his career, which is very hard to do if Luka Doncic or Giannis Antetokounmpo doesn't win a championship until the second half. It's going to be much harder for them to assert themselves onto that level of LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. Giannis is in a very good position to potentially, if the season continues, win 1 this year and get that ball rolling. But realistically, if Giannis and Luka Doncic want to go down as one of the best ever, it needs to be at least 3-4 rings to get in that conversation. They can end with 5 and it'll still be Jordan got 6. Now to ask him to get 6 championships is insane. Something that is not done very frequently or very easily. It takes a lot to get 6 championships. It's not just about one player. That's about an entire team and an entire organization keeping a team together for that long in a player's career to win 6 rings. That's what needs to be done to get on the level of Jordan. But if they want to get in the conversation, realistically it needs to be 4+ rings, which means they both need to start winning now. Within the next 2-3 years, each of them would need to have a championship or 2 to even have the opportunity to win 6 in their career. It's not something that's going to be easy. Both their stats and their talent alone should get them, assuming that there's no drop-offs, no devastating injuries, into the conversation of some of the most talented players in NBA history. Giannis, one of the most dominating games in the league today and really ever, just with the size and athleticism he has. Luka Doncic, smooth offensive style, easy to score, a playmaker. He's a bigger guy, but he can run the point. Playmaker for the Mavericks, leads that team to the 3rd highest scoring offense in the league this year. That's not going anywhere. So both of them are right now young enough to take the torch from LeBron, and both of them should be the face of the NBA for the next decade and even longer than that. But if they want to become and assert themselves into that conversation with LeBron, Kobe, and Jordan, what they need is multiple MVP awards, which Giannis already has won and could get to this year, but multiple MVP awards. They're both going to be in the All-Star game, All-NBA teams, probably for the rest of their careers. So they have that covered, but they need multiple MVP awards and at least 4+ championships to get into that conversation of being crowned the best ever. It's going to be interesting not only to see how this year ends, because there's big things at stake for each player. Luka Doncic getting playoff experience, potentially getting a first-round upset, Giannis Antetokounmpo winning that first ring that he needs, and potentially winning the MVP award as well. It's going to be interesting to see how this year ends, but then also how each franchise, because looking at this, both players can be amazing, but if they don't have the franchise giving them the surrounding talent and supporting cast that they need to win, it'll all go out for nothing if you're looking to compare them at the end of the day to Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. See what their franchises do moving forward and see if each of them can get an early run and create a dynasty in Dallas and Milwaukee, assuming that both players stay there for the entirety of their careers. Will they ever reach the level of Jordan or Kobe or LeBron? We don't know. They have the talent to do so, but will their teams elevate them and give them the opportunity to do that? No matter what, I believe both of these players are ready to take the torch from LeBron. I think LeBron will have it if we finish this year for the rest of this year and even next year. He's playing at an insane level at 35 years old. He doesn't look like he's slowing down, but eventually his career will come to an end. And right now is the start of the transition period to Giannis Antetokounmpo and Luka Doncic being the face of the NBA. Thanks for watching. Hopefully soon we'll begin to see some more sports open up in the US, and hopefully we can get NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, a start of the MLB season, and some more news with the NFL and their season moving forward. We'll have more updates on what's going on with sports, as well as more hypotheticals, such as who is the future of the NBA, and we're going to start getting more content out here moving forward. It's great to be back. I'm excited to see you guys next time.